Hi my creatives, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to Jola Don't Crochets. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful yet simple crochet skirt, and of course it's in plus size, so all my plus size girlies, this video is for you. Stay tuned. I'm using 3 skeins of yarn to make my skirt. I'll also be needing my tape measure, so we need our tape measure to measure around our hip or the largest size of our part of our body, my scissors, my stitch marker, and a 4mm hook, my 4mm hook. So let's jump right into the video. So my hip measurement is around 47 to 48 inches, and I'm making a plus size skirt. So all my plus size girlies out there, yeah, this is for you. So my hip size or my hip measurement is actually 47 to 48 inches, but I think I'm going to stick with 47.5 because crochet stretches and I don't want my skirt to be too loose nor too tight. So I'm going to stick with 47.5 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the waist of my skirt. So by doing so, I'm going to make 20 chains. So the 20 chains that I've made is actually the width of my waistband, and I want my waistband to be this wide. So I'm going to put 1/2 double crochet in the second stitch from our hook. I'm going to, in the third stitch from our hook rather, I'm going to place 1/2 double crochet, and then I'm going to continue making half double crochets until I get to the end. Now I finished making 20, placing 1/2 double crochet in each stitch across. Now I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to turn my work, and then in the second stitch, in the third stitch from our hook, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to place 1/2 double crochet, but this time I'll be placing 1/2 double crochet in the back loop only. Can you see? In the back loop only, which is here. So I'm just placing 1/2 double crochet in the back loop to make what is called as a ribbon stitch. So what this stitch does is that it makes our band or waistband very stretchy. So this is what we'll be doing for the remainder of our waistband. So we're just placing 1/2 double crochet in the back loop of our stitch, as you can see here. So we're just going to continue making rows until we get to 47.5 inches. Alright, so when we have completed making multiple rows that is large enough to go around our hip or to go around the waist, we want to measure. So I got 47.5 inches, right? If I should measure the true width of my skirt, I would get how many inches? I would get about 29 inches. But if I should stretch further, it will reach 47.5 inches. So I want to stretch my length, the length of the width of my skirt, so that it reaches 47.5 inches. Alright? So you don't want to make rows that is exactly the same length or width of 47.5 when you place it like this. You want to measure and stretch. You know, when it reaches 47.5 inches, you are good to go, because you don't want your skirt to be too loose. All right, All right, so we're now going to connect both ends, and to do that we're just going to place our hook in the first stitch here on the other side, and we're just going to make a slip stitch, after which we're going to chain 1 and just place 1 single crochet in each stitch across. So we're just doing regular single crochets in each stitch across. We're not placing in any back loop, we're just making single crochets right across. So we're now going to turn our work facing the right side. So on the right side, so we're going to be crocheting on the right side. So we're just going to remove our hook, turn around here so we can crochet on our right side, make 2 chains, and then we're going to place 1/2 double crochet in the next here. As you realize, the stitches are not defined, so we are going to have to be using our judgment. So we're going to place another 1/2 double crochet here at this peak here. We're going to place a 1/2 double crochet in between these 2 peaks. We're going to place another 1/2 double crochet. Then we're at the other peak, we're going to place another 1/2 double crochet, and then here in between these 2 peaks we're going to place another 1/2 double crochet here, and then at this other peak here, I hope you're seeing it clearly, we're going to place another 1/2 double crochet, and then here in between these 2 we're going to place another 1/2 double crochet, and that's the pattern that we're going to be using until we get to the end of this row. So here's what we're going to do now. After we have completed, we're at the end of row 1, so we are going to place to close off our row, we're going to place a slip stitch, not on the top of the chain 2 stitch, but rather in the space here. So we slip stitch in this space, and then we're going to mark off the hips of our skirt. So at the 2 ends of our skirt, we're just going to randomly place a stitch marker here, anywhere here, as long as it is at the hip. So we can place it anywhere here, and then we place our other stitch marker at the other section. We're going to now chain 2, make 2 chains, 1, 2. So we're going to now just place another 1/2 double crochet in this space here, and then now we're going to place a 1/2 double crochet in the next stitch here, as you can see, and then we're going to continue placing 1/2 double crochets until we get to our stitch marker where we're going to do an increase. So continue making 1/2 double crochets until you get to your stitch marker, and I'll meet you back there. So we're now at our stitch marker, and at the stitch marker we're going to place 2 1/2 double crochets. So we're making an increase at the stitch marker here. So we increase at our stitch marker, and then you want to remove your stitch marker and place here, so we will remember where we make our next increase for the next row. And then we're going to continue making 1/2 double crochets in each stitch across, and then now when we get to the other stitch marker here, we're going to do the same thing by making an increase, which is 2 1/2 double crochets in the same stitch, and until we get to the end of the row. So we have completed row 2, and so now we're going to just close off our row by placing our hook in the space to make a slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, place another half double crochet in this space here, and then for row 3 now we are just going to place half double crochets in each stitch around, no increase. So we're going to be alternating rows of increase, no increase rows. So row 2 we made an increase, was an increase row. We replace an increase at the hips. Row 3 we're just going to make half double crochets until we get to the end of the row, no increase. Row 4, and we're just going to continue on that same pattern. So the other row you would make an increase, and the other row after, which would be I believe row 5, you would not make an increase. So we're alternating increase rows and no increase rows for a total of 15 rows. So once we have 15 rows, then we stop increasing, and then we'll meet back at row 15. So all right, so we completed our 15 rows of alternating increase row and no increase rows. And so now for the rest of our skirt, we're going to just continue the pattern of chain 2 at the beginning of our row. But for the remaining rows now, instead of doing 1 row of increase and 1 row of no increase, we're just going to do regular rows of half double crochet. So we have stopped our increase at row 15, and so we're going to continue making half double crochets, regular half double crochets, no increase, for another 15 rows. Yes guys, so I've completed making my 30 rows. So I made 30 additional rows of no increase. So this is what my skirt is looking like thus far, but that's what I have left, guys. Look, this is actually what I have left of this color yarn, and I really wanted to complete this skirt with this color. I'm gonna have to add an additional color, and I'm gonna continue making additional rows. So I have made 30 rows of no increase, and I started my skirt with 15 rows of alternating increases and no increase. Yes guys, so this is my skirt, and as you can see, it's all complete. Just need to do some finishing touches. So this is how my skirt is looking. I decided to add black. It's a similar type yarn, only thing the color is different. As you can see, it is very sparkly. My skirt is shaping out very nicely, as you can see. The hips coming out here, coming right back in. And this is a plus size skirt, so if you're a full figured lady, this is a suitable skirt for you. Then what I'm going to do next is just basically tidy the edges. So I'm just going to make slip stitches right around, and then I'm going to cut my yarn, and I'm also going to be adding a drawstring, which is very simple. So I will show you how I attach my drawstring to my skirt, because the thing is, crochet, it is stretchy, and you don't want to know that after multiple wears of this garment, you find that the waistband starts to get more elastic or more stretchy, and you don't want the skirt to be falling off you. You want the waist to be snatched, the waistband, you want your skirt to be snatched on your waist, hence why I'm going to be adding a drawstring. So this is the length of my chain. So I'm now just going to attach to the top. So I'm going to be attaching at the top of my waistband here. So first things first, I'm going to insert my hook here, and then I'm just going to place my hook anywhere here in the center or the front center of my skirt. So I'm going to place it here. And then I'm just going to pull through here. And then I'm just going to place my hook about here. So it doesn't have to be neat and in a particular pattern. You're just pulling through at the top part of your waistband here. Like this. I'm just going to continue until we get back to here where we're going to make a tie at the front. So this is how my skirt looks, guys, as you can see. So I've attached my drawstring to the waist of my skirt, and you can always adjust and make your tie, your bow at the front, right? So my skirt is complete, as you can see here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.